Matt Roman brings up Eric Gentry, and I'm curious to see his production as well because he was not a high level recruit. He comes to Arizona State. He plays well for 10 games. He didn't have overwhelming statistics, but he showed in spurts that he could be an impact player off the edge and could be a really athletic player that made impactful plays behind the line of scrimmage. And now he goes to USC, especially once they develop him and he gets that kind of coaching and gets into a scheme with better, as good of athletes around him. It'll be interesting to see how he develops and impacts this defense.
Yeah. So one of our viewers here in the Voice of College Football is asking, do you think he's going to start? I mean, I think there's a reasonable chance, but I think the larger thing to point out is that with the opener being against Rice, a game where USC is not going to be significantly tested just in terms of the scoreboard, you'll see Gentry get plenty of reps against Rice, whether it's as a starter, whether it's as a backup. He's going to get plenty of playing time in that game. And so part of what will make a really good opener against Rice is seeing, how that linebacker group shakes out and making sure that Gentry goes into the Stanford game in week 2, with a much better sense of how he fits into the puzzle. So whether he's a starter or not, he will get to test himself against Rice. And then we go into Stanford in week 2, having a much better idea of how the linebacker room is going to shape up at USC.
To my point, coming out of Philadelphia, Eric Gentry, the 44th rated edge rusher, top 20 player in the state of Pennsylvania, fair recruit, but nothing off the charts there. Our buddy Tim says he's a freak, will be a force this year. By game 4 or 5, we'll be hearing his name nationally.
Well, game 4 is against Oregon State. So if we are hearing about his name nationally, then that would be absolutely fantastic news for USC.